Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Walking Code, where I provide you with the best information out there to help you walk more comfortably, with more confidence, and with less impact on your joints. This is a segment from a video reconciling many of the arguments which have been made against heel strike walking with what I have been saying, which is heel strike walking is the normal and preferred way for humans to walk in most situations. The argument was made that heel strike could not be efficient because it does not utilize all the muscles in the legs. I will explain exactly when and how all the muscles in the legs and the core are used for efficient heel strike walking. Another mischaracterization of heel strike walking in regards to its efficiency that was made in the video is that we are not utilizing all of our muscles when we use a heel strike. There's no mention of the glutes. We're not using our hip flexors. We're not using our psoas muscles. These were the assertions made in the video. Now, I am not going to try and defend what other literature is out there in terms of walking technique, but in terms of what is really happening, that is what I would like to focus on. We are, in fact, using all of our muscles when we heel strike walk, not simply the three muscles mentioned in his video, which were the calf, the hamstrings, and the quads. We are using all of our muscles in the legs and also our muscles in our abdominal musculature when we're walking with a heel strike. And I will just briefly demonstrate and show where these muscles are being engaged. When we're walking on flat ground, we're using our upper abdominal muscles to move the body forward, and that is why our arms are swinging when we walk. We're engaging the left side of the upper abdomen when we step forward with the right leg, which is going to swing the left arm forward. We're engaging the right upper abdominal muscles when we're going to swing forward with the left leg, and that's going to swing the right arm forward because they are attached to the upper torso, which is being rotated by our upper abdominal muscles. We are using our lower abdominal muscles when we change weight to the leg after the heel placement. The lower abs are what are tucking the pelvis to help shift the body forward and keep the pelvis in a level position. I engage the lower abs to root the leg to the ground. And that is an ongoing, constant action, cycling from left side lower abdominal engagement to right side as I change weight from one to the other. We are also using our gluteus medius, which helps stabilize our position in terms of lateral tilt. My gluteus medius allows me to stand in this position without the body weight pulling myself over. And this gluteus medius muscle is being used the entire time we're walking as we transfer to one standing leg and then the other standing leg. The gluteus medius prevents you from topping over. So the gluteus medius is in constant action on the side of the standing leg. Our hip flexors are going to be engaged on the side of the rear leg during the weight shift on level ground, pulling the body forward, and then the hip flexors are going to be engaged on the side of the standing leg on level ground to lift the body forward the rest of the way. When we are walking on a slope, we are going to engage the gluteus maximus, because the gluteus maximus, as he says, is the strongest muscle in our body. We don't need to use it in any significant manner when we're walking on level ground, when gravity is cooperating with us. But we do need to use the gluteus maximus if we are moving on unlevel ground or if we're trying to propel ourselves rapidly in a run. So running, where we have to lift the body off the ground, even on flat ground, needs to use our gluteus maximus because that powerful muscle is needed to elevate the body into the air. It is not needed to walk on flat ground. But when we're walking on a slope, I need the gluteus maximus to push my body up to this position before I can lift the body with the forward leg. And then now I need the gluteus maximus to push the body forward up the hill. And then as I change my weight to the forward leg, using my lower abdominal muscles and my upper torso rotation, the gluteus maximus on the rear leg is still assisting advance me up the hill. So the gluteus maximus is in use. We also are using the gluteus maximus when we walk downhill because it is what is extending the leg towards the ground with each step as we go downhill. Now that is the gluteus maximus on the side of the swing leg. When going uphill, we're using the gluteus maximus on the side of the standing leg. Then we have the muscles involved in the ankles. He mentioned that there is no use of dorsiflexion in normal walking with heel strike. Again, completely untrue. Let me talk about the ankle dorsiflexors and also the hamstrings. These are being utilized at various stages of our gait when we walk with a heel strike. When we place with a heel strike, the first thing that's going to be happening on the side of the standing leg or the new standing leg is our ankle is going to plantar flex as we shift forward. That is going to help stabilize that movement and stabilize our vertical posture. Because as you see, if my ankle were to dorsiflex during this period of time, it would pitch me forward, which is something that you don't want to do. One of the things our reflexes do, our postural reflexes, is make sure that we remain vertical at all times. If we were to tip over forward or backwards while we were walking, then we really wouldn't be able to get around on two legs without injuring ourselves. So we have very specific reflexes that are not just designed to withdraw from a painful stimulus, they are there to preserve our posture. So those reflexes are going to plantar flex my ankle as I shift forward, lowering the forefoot, preventing me from tipping forward. That is going to be the calf muscles. Then during the swing through phase of gait, once my tibia has reached the point where it is perpendicular to the ground, then I am going to, once I reach the single leg stance portion where I'm going to be all on my left leg, my ankle dorsiflexors are going to help pull the body forward. The ankle dorsiflexors are going to allow my tibia to advance forward over the standing leg. So this is ankle dorsiflexion. My ankle is essentially pulling the body forward by engaging my anterior tibialis muscles here to pull the body forward, and now I have a dorsiflexed ankle on the rear leg. That is what is going on during the early and mid-swing portions of gait. At the end of the mid-swing portion of gait, when my leg is approximately here and off the ground, that is where I'm going to re-engage reflexively my ankle plantar flexors to help bring the foot to the ground on the heel. Once the heel is placed, now I'm engaging all the muscles on the right side to then pull the body forward. So at various phases of gait, the ankle plantar flexors and the ankle dorsiflexors are absolutely going to be in use, helping to move the body forward and also to maintain vertical posture. The hamstrings are going to be utilized when we change weight because they are one of the other muscles that are going to help pull the body forward. A lot of people mischaracterize heel strike gait or any type of gait, thinking that we need to be pushing the body forward with momentum and then use that momentum to carry us forward. That is not true. we are using the forward leg muscles once the foot hits the ground to pull the body forward. That includes the hamstrings, which are going to reflexively contract and flex the knee. And that knee flexion is one of the things that helps pull the body forward during the weight change or loading response portion of gait, the knee flexion. Once we hit the final point of knee flexion or maximal point of knee flexion, then we are going to begin the swing through, and that's where our quads are going to engage and extend the knee for the swing portion of gait.